Hey everybody, my name is ToastVEVO. Welcome to this game called Headshot. Now, this was made by the same guy who made The Cloud, which I played earlier on this channel. And this one is about something being wrong under your bed, and in your curiosity, you decide to explore it. So, let's get right into it. You snap awake, heart hammering. A wave of heat washes over you, but it's not the stifling air of a summer night. It's a localized, oppressive heat, emanating from directly beneath your bed. A cold dread settles in your stomach, a primal fear you can't shake. You're wired, alert, yet there's something familiar in it. What do you do? Well, I know I'm supposed to look under the bed here, but I'm gonna go to the window. I just want to see what's going on over there. The icy night air floods the room as you wrench the window open. You lean out, scanning the landscape. Profound, unnatural silence grips the world. The familiar hum of traffic is gone, replaced by an unsettling void. The houses are dark, their windows like vacant eyes. The clouds, frozen in place, seem to watch you from above. It's a scene of perfect stillness, a stillness that feels heavy, expectant, wrong. Let's keep staring. Your gaze locks onto the distant cloud, a frozen tableau against the night sky. You wait, straining for any kind of movements, any flicker of normalcy, but it remains motionless, a painted illusion. A creeping unease settles in your bones. The dreamlike haze of your thoughts starts dissolving into a stark, chilling clarity. Sanity itself begins to waver. What is happening? Is this real? Well, I guess let's research it. Oh, Brigade bringing out the phone immediately. Alrighty. Only your arm stirs, reaching for the phone. You desperately try to search the internet, seeking answers about the unnaturally still clouds, but the search bar remains stubbornly blank, your phone refusing to respond. And it's not a connection issue, the device simply refuses to function. You try messaging a friend, a family member, anything, but its messages remain unsent, trapped in a digital limbo. A chilling stillness pervades everything. Room door. Let's try to leave. I'm guessing that's what that means. You attempt to exit the room, but the doorknob is frozen. The door, a solid, unmoving barrier. It feels less like a door and more like a section of a wall, immovably fixed. A sense of dread washes over you. Churning, you see movement in the shadows. An unsettling figure, an entity, emerges from under the bed. Its spectral form advances, its movements jerky and unnatural. Well, guess we gotta smash it, I suppose. Oh, we're getting smashed. Huh. Okay. The creature uses its weight to bring you down and smash your skull against the ground. A violent impact, the bone is broken, and whoever witnessed the attack will be next. Ending 2. Alright, well, I guess in this time around, I'll just go to the window, but I am going to, what's the word? I'm gonna try to go outside the window instead of, just staring through it, you know? Because it did give me the choice. Let's leave through the window. Oh, he looks awfully pressed here. Drawn by the eerie silence, you find yourself outside, your feet moving across the lawn, over a fence as if in a trance. The world around you feels muted, unreal. Your legs propel you forward, a mechanical, rhythmic motion, while a heavy, leaden feeling settles in your heart. It's a pain, a deep-seated sorrow, but its origins remain shrouded in a fog of forgotten memories. Your inability to recall it feels like a violation, a deep, unsettling wrongness. That sounds like guilt to me, buddy. Dream Labs, your dreams your way. Guilt gnaws at you, a phantom weight in your chest. But guilt for what? The question echoes in a hollow silence in deserted city streets. The only light comes from a towering billboard, its garish glow promising you to transform dreams into tangible environment. You pause, drawn to its artificial radiance, letting the light wash over you. Eyes closed, you try to grasp the elusive memory, but the guilt intensifies. Then, through a pulsating hum of the billboard, you hear it. Footsteps, slow and deliberate, drawing near. Light and shadow. Oh, hello. This guy looks like a mysterious stranger from Fallout. Look at him. What a guy. To your right, a towering silhouette looms, shrouded in the shadows but despite the billboard's garish glow. An inner voice whispers a chilling truth. This is not a human. In that dark figure resides the answers you seek, the key to your lost memories, the weight of everything you've tried to bury. You churn, drawn by an irresistible force, ready to reclaim the fractured pieces of yourself. Well, flash. Oh! Well, I guess that's where the name of the game comes from. Huh. A gun comes out from the shadows, sustained by an arm as strong as a massive log. The trigger is pulled, and the world ends in a single flash. The projectile straight to your forehead, ending 14. Well, I'm going to try to go back and see if anything changes if I hit fear instead of guilt. Although, if I'm going to make a wild guess here, I'm going to guess that that doesn't make a difference at all. So, I'll be right back when I do that. Well, I'll be damned. It does make a difference. Okay. We're standing at a cliff now. I'm not... Oh, yeah, that's totally foreboding. Okay. Is it fear? You realize you've been drawn into the darkest path, yet the only terror you feel originates from within. Do you truly dare to confront the memories buried deep inside? Your steps falter at the edge of a colossal chasm, a gaping wound in the street. Before you, an inexplicable crevice plunges into the world's unseen depths. And stare into the abyss. Shout out Dark Souls. Oh, okay. We're seeing something here. Holy moly. You gaze into the abyss, where an infinite darkness congeals, freezing time, suspending reality in an unsettling stillness. Despite the vast emptiness, the all-consuming cold, the absolute stasis, a single infinitesimal point of light flickers within depths. It pulses only in your presence, a silent, knowing acknowledgement. The abyss. Oh, did we jump down? What the heck? You try to reach the light, searching for answers. As you go down, the blinking light comes up. It wants to meet you. It is not destined to meet you now. In absurd speed, you meet each other with the shining particle penetrates your skull in an instant. A mysterious cold bullet spreading your life all over the womb of the earth. Ending 15. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure that's all the, what's the word? That's everything we can get with, looking out the window. So now we can actually start going under the bed, you know? Instead of, just like dancing around it. Anyway, let's look under that bed. See what's going on. You spring to your feet, crouching low, every muscle coiled. A primal instinct screams at you to search beneath the bed, to find the source of the unseen threat. You scan the shadows, eyes straining, searching for any sign of movements, any hint of something vile lurking in the darkness. A wave of heat washes over you, rinsing from beneath the bed. Your suspicion is confirmed. Something is there. Let's throw something other if something is there. Oh, wow. Couple of eyes. Alright. You grab a heavy brick and hurl it beneath the bed. It strikes something solid, and a rustling movement stirs in the shadow. Your heart pounds as you realize you're not alone. Something is in your room, and it's moving with unsettling speed. Your mind races, trying to rationalize it as an animal, but childhood terrors resurface, whispering of the monster beneath the bed. Well, I guess we're gonna get ready to fight. Get ready to throw some hands with that thing. Hey, that's the spirit, buddy. That's the spirit. That's what I like to see, buddy. You hold your breath, your fingers clamping around the cold, smooth curve of a vase. From the shadows, a horror emerges. A face of pallid flesh, contorted in a silent roar. A grotesque fusion of man and predator. It surges forward. You react instinctively, bringing the vase down with brutal force. A sickening impact sends the creature crashing to the floor, a choke gurgle rising from its throat. But the thing rides, its movement unsettlingly persistent. Let's get the police on the line here. I have a strong feeling the police aren't gonna help us. Oh god. You fumble for your phone, desperate to call. Oh yeah, it's already... Yeah, I forgot. No, I forgot the phone doesn't work. You fumble to your phone, desperate to call for help. The screen flickers to life, now revealing a dial pad with a gruesome image. A young woman, her skull brutally fractured. No icons, no apps, just a single horrifying picture. A wave of icy dread washes over you, a shock so profound it roots you to the spot. You watch, frozen, as the feral figure rises from the floor, its eyes burning with a murderous rage. Your body refuses to respond, weighed down by a chilling numbness that steals all power of movements. And we are dead. Incredible. Alright, I wonder what happens if we actually run away. Alright, we're gonna run away this time, see if anything different happens, hopefully. This is your chance. You whirl towards the window, and there they are, two officers, patrolling, their conversation casual. A surge of hope floods you. You burst from cover, sprinting across the street, screaming for help, waving your arms frantically. But even as you run, you hear the sickening scrape of movement behind you. The thing you felt is back, relentless. Scream. Well, this guy just keeps getting shot in the head. Jesus Christ. The men hear your desperate scream and turn around, also detecting the bizarre apparition almost reaching you. One of the cops draws his weapon and fires at the creature chasing you. The monster is so close to you that the bullet flies straight into the side of your head. In the second of life you have left, you can hear one of the men screaming, "Dude, have you lost your mind?" Okay. Well, what if... Okay, no. Alright, no, that was going to be a dumb theory. I was going to say something really stupid, and I kind of held myself back, and I'm proud that I did. Because it was stupid. It was very stupid. I was going to say that this guy was going to be the monster, and then he said, "Dude, have you lost your mind?" I thought about it for like 1 second. And I was like, yeah, that's not the best. Anyway, let's get under the bed. You force yourself to be logical, to ignore the creeping dread. Diving under your bed, you frantically search for anything out of place. Then, the floor gives you away. A sudden, sickening drop. You plunge into darkness, the air around you heavy and hot. A faint, ethereal glow emanates from the tiny scattered lights, illuminating the tunnel's rough, ivy-covered walls. The warmth is oppressive, the silence profound. I want to go north. Dream Gen that's binary. Okay, that's actually this. Do I really want to translate that? I don't want to translate that. I really don't. I'm probably going to do it anyway when I get the chance, but whatever. The northern path is brightly lit, the glowworms casting a soft ethereal light. This guy really likes the ethereal light line. You notice the metal plate on the wall, its surface etched with intricate technical markings. Curiosity piqued, you tap on the plate, speculating whether it might be a hidden safe or a vital piece of information. Let's try to open it. See what's going on. With no visible fasteners, you wedge your fingers beneath the edge of the metal plate and heave, putting every ounce of your strength into the effort. A powerful curiosity drives you. I need to know what lies concealed behind the cold, unyielding surface. Let's keep pulling. Oh! Well, would you look at that? You strain, pulling with every ounce of your strength. A metal plate yields with a low, humming groan, and a wave of vibration surges through your body from fingertips to skull. It convulses you. A seizure seizing control of your limbs, robbing you of all volition. Within the depths of your mind, a vision crystallizes, your own hand gripping a firearm. The memory is absent, the context unknown. Yet, the hand is undeniably yours. Dream. Oh, okay, it was all a dream? Still shaking, you try to think something else, something beyond, and all that effort culminates in a sudden, muscular spasm that forces your eyes open. You're back in your bed, waking up from what seemed to be a nightmare. The room is as hot as you remembered in your dream, yet you feel the same unease as before. It feels like you're back where you started. Ending 1. Alright, so I wonder what happens if I just, keep continuing north. Alright, so I've continued north here, and I found a chair. Leaving the metal plate behind, you venture deeper into the tunnel, emerging to a vast, natural cave. Artificial lights illuminate the space, casting an eerie glow on the stalactites? That's how you pronounce that? Yeah. And the stalagmites that line the perimeter. At the cave center, an empty chair stands alone in the hollow, its presence a stark, unsettling anomaly. Beyond this point, there's no visible path, only the heavy silence of the cave. Let's inspect the chair, see what's going on with it. Surely there's nothing wrong with it. You approach the chair, its polished metal surface gleaming in the unnatural cleanliness. It feels jarringly out of place, yet a nagging sense of familiarity tugs you at the memory. You've seen this chair before. Some are significant, some are crucial, the details remain stubbornly elusive. Let's sit on the chair, see what's going on. What in God's name am I looking at here? You take a seat, the chair angled to the face of the tunnel you traversed. A person stands within, a woman in a white garment, marked with red. She appears disoriented, injured, and visibly shaken. Let's talk from afar here. I don't feel like reaching to help is the best option. Oh. You frantically wave your hand, trying to convey the danger, but her eyes are glazed, unfocused. She's clearly injured, disoriented, unable to speak. A wave of dread washes over you. Rushing forward, you grip her shoulders and find them shockingly cold. Your fingers brush against a gaping wound on her skull with a sickening, jagged tear. Let's sit her on the chair. Huh. Well, I'll be damned. You pull her towards the chair, trying to keep her from falling. Just as you reach the chair, her demeanor changes drastically. She becomes violent, letting out a bestial roar, and pushes you away. Before you can react, she grabs the chair and swings it with incredible force, aiming directly for your head. Sits. Wow. As soon as you fall, confused and dizzy by the pain, she raises the chair and presses it down with abnormal strength, quickly piercing your skull. She sits on the chair to celebrate your demise. Ending 3. Alright, I wonder what happens if I try to escape the cave with her. So, I'm gonna try that real quick. Alright, I'm gonna try to what's the word? No, I should actually. Alright, well, let's try to drag her out of the cave here. See what she does. Surely she doesn't do anything wrong. You pull her towards the tunnel, hoping to get her help, but she's a limp, unresponsive weight. Her body sways like rubber, making the task nearly impossible. Your legs begin to give way, as she tumbles nearly to the ground. Her arms drift down, her hands reaching out like in a slow, unsettling way. Stone. Oh. Okay. Wow. The lady reaches for a stone, grabbing it from the ground and swinging it towards her head in a single movement. The impact makes you feel dizzy, confused. You both fall to the ground, but she's rejuvenated by an unnatural rage, quickly recovering from the fall and aiming towards your skull, hammering the life away from you. Well, that's kind of rude. I'm not a big fan of that. Alright, I'm gonna see if there's any other things with that woman. Otherwise, I'm gonna go south. Alright, so there was nothing else with the woman, so I'm just gonna go south now. See if there's, Oh, would you look at that? The southern path stretches before you, a dim, oppressive corridor. You tread carefully, feeling your way through the encroaching darkness. Suddenly, a foot brushes up against something thin and papery. Jesus. You retrieve it, holding it up to a faint, flickering light. It's a fragment of a newspaper reporting a recent bank robbery. The paper is crisp, the ink fresh, a jarring reminder of the outside world in this desolate place. Let's walk carefully instead of moving faster. I feel like that's who is that guy? Leaving the cryptic note behind, you creep forward, every sense on high alert. A dim lamp attached to a rough tunnel wall cast a weak glow on the wooden door ahead. With a trembling hand, you ease the door open, just a crack. Inside, a man stands hunched over a wooden table, meticulously arranging objects within a small box. The scene is disturbingly ordinary, yet utterly out of place. Let's talk to him. Surely he's nice, right? Surely he's a cool guy. You slip into the room, your movements hesitant, mumbled apology escaping your lips. The man, without a word, snatches the box from the table and places it on the floor beside him, as if guarding a secret. The room's dim lighting casts his face in a deep shadow, concealing his features. Yet, his voice, when he speaks, is a thunderous rumble that fills the smart space. How can I help you? Let's explain my situation. He seems like a nice guy. He seems like he can help. You recount your story, detailing a strange tunnel beneath your room and your unexpected descent into darkness. The man listens intently, his expression unreadable. Then, without a word, he unbuttons the suit jacket and reaches inside. He's gonna shoot me. His movements deliberate and precise. Document. Oh! The towering figure presents a document from within his suit and extends it towards you. You strain your eyes, adjusting your distance from the dim light. But the paper remains frustratingly blurred. The blurring itself seems to writhe, a glossy, shimmering layer that refuses to be wiped away. You point out the anomaly to the figure, and he calmly adds, "At least you can see your signature at the bottom. To your horror, your signature is indeed there, a stark betrayal of your own memory. What's the meaning of this?" "It means you agreed," he murmurs, his voice a chilling rasp. You protest, insisting that you never authorize any construction beneath your home. "No, not your home," he corrects, his tone disturbingly casual. "You agree to what I'm about to do." He bends, reaching in the cardboard box. As he straightens, the light falls fully upon him, revealing a horrifying truth. His head is a featureless, smooth dome, like an enormous, pale thumb. "Slenderman? Okay. Well, let's stick around, see what's going on." "Ooh, a little hammer. Okay." You remain frozen, acutely aware that you stand before something inhuman. The man retrieves a hammer from his box, its polished surface glinting in the dim light. "You see," he begins, his voice devoid of emotion, "I operate under strict rules and protocols. This is my assigned task. So, if you would kindly bend over and place your head on the table." He examines the hammer's finish, his tone disturbingly clinical. "Yeah, you know what? Let's ask why. I'm kinda curious." "Well, to crack your skull, naturally," he replies, his tone utterly matter-of-fact. He lifts the hammer, the metal glinting under a dim light, a stark and brittle instrument. A fine tool, quite heavy, as you can see. One clean strike to do it, I think. Well, let's accept it, and then we'll come back and fight. "Yeah, you wanna know what? Don't know what I expected there." You feel confused, desperate, yet something inside you drives you to bend over the table and rest your head on the cold wood. Your heart is filled by a weird sadness, something you can't explain. It's lost in the depths of your own memories. But you can't reach it. It's too far. Before you can understand your own acts, the hammer comes crushing the bone. Ending 9. Well, let's see what happens if I fight back. Alright, we're back here. Let's try to give him a fight. Yeah, you wanna know what? That wasn't gonna work, was it? You can't escape from the swim. Jesus, I can't speak today, huh? Trying to get an advantage by surprise, you jump to the table and try to hit the head of the tall man, putting all your might into a punch to try to knock him down. With inhuman strength, he swings the hammer. The metal tool cuts the wind so fast you can't even feel the hit that splashes your frontal lobe and skull all over the room. Ending 10. Okay, cool. What if I just, like, try to... Okay, I'm gonna see a couple other options, and I'll let you guys know when something new happens. Your momentum carries you forward, the smooth floor allowing for a swift, unhindered pace. The long corridor stretches ahead, seemingly clear of obstacles. You put your legs to work and go even faster, aiming for the depths of the tunnel. For an instant, it feels like you're inside a dream, but the ground changes very quickly, revealing a natural formation known as a stalagmite. As your foot hits a smaller one, your body loses balance with incredible speed and your head falls directly on the sharp edge, penetrating your skin, flesh, and bone with ease. Alright, I tried to leave without making noise, and it looks like something else is happening here. An unsettling aura emanates from the man. A palpable sense of danger that defies logic. You recoil, instinctively backing away, and begin to silently close the door, each movement painstakingly slow and deliberate. A slow of relief washes over you as the door clicks shut. Then, a deafening crack shatters the silence. An axe, hurled with brutal force, splinters the door, the impact sending a jolt of pain to your skull. Through the gaping hole, you see the man. He knows you're there, and he's coming. Well, let's try to run, I guess. Seems like we can't do much else. You flee, your vision blurred, your head pounding. The tunnel's darkness is a suffocating blanket, and the man's voice, a distorted echo, hounds at you from behind. You didn't see his face, but his laughter, a chilling, maniacal sound. He tells you everything. "Come back," he urges, his voice laced with a terrifying playfulness. "Just need to crack that skull open, and everything will be better." He's playing a game, a deadly game, and he's enjoying every moment. To the light. Oh, wow. What a crack. Oh my god, Jesus. You sprint from the tunnel's depths, the well-lit section your only escape, but the moment you step into the light, you become a target. From the shadows behind, a projectile whistles through the air, a deadly arc of steel. An axe. It slams into your skull, extinguishing the world in an instant. You crumple to the ground. The assassin's triumphant cry is the last sound you hear. Okay, let's try to escape, see if anything different happens. I feel like something is it's going to remain the same, but hey. You hold your breath, attempting to slip past the humanoid creature, accelerating with a desperate silence. You reach the door, only to be seized by a colossal, icy hand on your shoulder. You are held fast, unable to move. The suited giant has closed the distance, its approach as soundless as your own. Freeze. Oof. You freeze and wait. There's nothing you can do. The fingers on your shoulder are so strong it feels like they're digging in your skin. It won't take long. Hold still. The giant whispers as his other hand pokes a metal tool into the side of your head, piercing slowly. You end up like a puppet, dangling from the weapon that invaded your brain. Ending 8. Alright, so we have 3 more endings. We have ending 4, ending 7, and ending 13, so I'll figure out how to get those. Alright, so something we haven't done yet is actually move the bed and check, rather than anything else, so let's see what's going on. You surge upward, yanking the bed aside. A gaping hole yawns in the floor, the source of the oppressive warmth and creeping unease that has been permeated the room. You grab your phone, its light cutting through the darkness, revealing a long, descending tunnel. As you peer into its depths, a message flashes across the screen from an unknown number. Big hole, right? Who are you? I'm nobody, just like you. A nobody who dug this damned hole. And now your life's fallen into it, hasn't it? The unknown number taunts. I didn't do anything. Are you lying to me, or to yourself? Is this how you cope? Why don't you dig another hole and disappear in it? Leave me alone. Oh, hello. How you doing, buddy? I know everything about you. A new message appears. Look down into the hole. Your gaze drops. A wave of icy dread washes over you. Standing in the depths of the tunnel is your exact double. A chilling mirror image. Smiling with an unsettling familiarity. The shock renders you speechless, your mind reeling. Watch it. The smiling clone raises a hand, fingers curled into a mock pistol. You press with the gun into his temple, thumb flicking back into a silent, chilling imitation of a trigger pull. An agonizing jolt of electricity rips through you, starting at your skull and spreading like ice down your spine. Something is terribly wrong. Wound. Slower than a gunshot, invisible force digs through the skin and flesh covering your skull. Slowly, so you can feel the pain. It pierces the bone and turns you numb, falling to the ground with your mouth wide open, stuck in a scream you didn't let out. Ending 13. Alright, 2 more. Let's tell him to bother someone else. See what's going on. Want to put the blame on someone else now? Answer me, and I'll make sure you hear the truth. The phone vibrates, then rings. The unknown number is displayed on the screen. Call. Hello? Wow! Through the phone? Your hand trembles as it brings the phone right next to your ear, and the person calling seems to be aware of what you're doing. You hear an angry voice. You can't run from what you did to her. The device itself explodes in a loud noise. The impact is strong enough to crack your skull and burn the living tissue over it. Ending 7. Alright, so lastly, we need ending 4. I'm gonna experiment and see what I can do to find it. Frustration gnaws at you. Memory loss. You decide to backtrack. This path leading nowhere. As you churn, prickling sensation crawls up your spine. A shadow stands silhouetted against the tunnel's darkness, a silent observer. Be ready for the worst. Every muscle coiled, you approach the spectral silhouette. Then, in the blink of an eye, it's gone. Vanished. The corridor is clear, but the silence is thick with dread. You feel a cold, invisible gaze on your back. A stalker lurking just beyond sight. Wall. You don't want to be ambushed from any side, so you keep your back against the wall of the tunnel. Suddenly, pale hands come from out of the wall, firmly grabbing your chest and pulling your head to the wall of the cave. One hit incapacitates you, but the second time the hands pull, you're smashed against a stone like a broken egg, ending your exploration. Ending 4. Awesome! So that was all the endings. So, my theory for, this whole thing is that the guy signed a contract, right, to this Dream Gen company, or whatever, right, and I think it's like, I don't know beyond that, I know that for sure, he signed a contract with this, like, company, but beyond that, like, I'm not sure if it's like, he's just constantly, like, dreaming. I think he is, because from that one ending, right, or ending 1 or whatever, like, he, like, woke up, and then, like, it almost like it's a loop of sorts, right? So I think he, like I said, he signed himself over to this company, and then now he's just in this loop that is purely inescapable, right? Unless if he dies, I'm guessing. But even then, it looks like the only time he actually went back to waking up was when he found the gun. But beyond that, I mean, every time he dies, it could be also interpreted as him, like, going back to the same loop, you know? And then, like, no matter what he does, he's just within this loop. Well, anyway, that was Headshot. You know, if you guys enjoyed, you know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also join the Discord server if you're really feeling it. But, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.